Welcome everyone to the Looney Farm Guy show. I'm Looney Farm Guy, and we have a special guest today, Rusty Money from Rusty Money Gaming. How are you doing, Rusty?
Doing great, Looney. How are you?
I am awesome. It is so good to have you here. It's been a while. I've been trying to get you to do this for some time, but things happen and life goes on. But here we are on our our my ours now for now
Yeah.
our multiplayer map here on No Man's Land. And Rusty was so kind enough to bring along his little Porsche tractor for me to keep on the farm here. Thank you, Rusty.
Yeah. You're welcome, my friend. You're welcome. I'm so excited about this, Looney. I can't wait to have a little fun here, and I hope I can come back again.
Oh, you are welcome anytime. You just let me know. So, what else do we have here, Rusty?
So we have a Duke's Far tractor. It's in medium tractors. This was a tractor that was also in 19 that I never used and installed, I would say, a half a dozen times and just never used it. So we brought that here to give it a try and see what it all does. It's 160 horsepower, and yeah. And then we have a one of my favorite skid steers that were in 19, the little Avent skid steer. I use this thing lifting logs on Starovites in my new beginning series, and this thing will lift logs unbelievably well. The only thing different here on 22 is there was a hitch that went on the back in 19, but now it won't hook up on the back. It hooks up on the front as a front attachment. So different, but yeah.
Yeah, that's that. I would imagine that would be quite disappointing.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. As far as I know, that I don't. There isn't anything that will hook up to the back of this, and not having a. You know what? We should have brought in the front lifter, but we didn't bring it into this
No.
gameplay. So, but I don't think it would have worked anyways because
No.
there's no pin hitch or ball hitch on the back of this. So, but
Yeah.
anyways, we will make do without it. We let's mosey on down to the farm.
All right. I'll get the
This
skid steer
this thing
first.
takes a minute to start. So,
Yeah.
anyways, yes, as I was telling Rusty before we started, I don't have this Porsche tractor in my download my game system, but it there's a funny thing about multiplayer is Rusty did, and he was able to bring it into here, and when he leaves, as long as I don't sell it, it'll stay here as well. So that's something, and even if I go take this game save and go into single player, it'll still be there. I don't know if they're going to change that or not, but that's a really cool. But it doesn't. It's weird though, Rusty, because for mods, right? If I don't have a mod,
Yeah.
it won't let you, or if you don't have a mod that I have checked off on my mod list, it won't let you in here.
Yeah.
But this tractor is part of your game now because you've it's a DLC. Well, it's not even a DLC. It's well, it is a DLC, I guess, right? Because
Yeah.
you had a code in it, and you entered the code, and it loaded it into your game.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yet you're able to. Yeah, I don't know how that works really. I don't know. But
It's
here it
weird
is.
because, yeah, right? Yeah, here it is. Voila. Abracadabra.
And that works for the Black Anthem um, truck that I got as a pre-order gift, I guess you could call it. And my friend, mine and John's friend Boots, there, he didn't have this, but I was able to bring it into his multiplayer game, and now he has one on his map. And John has the Black Beauty Fent
Yeah.
that he got as a pre-order. Oh, he did some kind of a survey or something like that. Is that did you get that one?
I don't have any black fence.
Oh, okay. So it was some kind of survey he did, I think, and he got a code for it, and it's a special Fent model that I don't have, but he brought that in there too, and I was able to. We were all you could once it's you can get into this. Well, not that there's a lot of options, but you can get into this truck here if even if you didn't have it in your game, and you could take it to the store and modify it
Yep.
and do whatever you. It's part of this game. But anyways, enough of that. What are we doing?
Well, I don't know what we're doing. I was gonna say real quick, that Black Anthem truck. I kind of like it, but what was disappointing for me I know it's called the Black Anthem, but I thought we'd at least be able to change the color.
Yeah, the only thing you can change on it is you can have the mirrors on the fenders or not.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, and so yeah.
So I never looked at the mod, but what's up with that crampy trailer? I love crampy trailers. It says 3-in-1, so does that trailer
Oh,
have more to it? You
yes,
know,
yes, it does. Did you watch my video?
I haven't watched your video. I will be watching it now, my friend, because I love the crampy trailers in the game.
the one that says 3 on 1 on the side, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's and I didn't. I had used it for quite a bit, and I never really paid much attention to it. It works as a trailer, but here we'll move it ahead. And I don't usually play with my help window open
yeah,
because, well, most of us have played this game for
yeah.
enough to know what stuff is and what isn't. But I for some reason I had my help window on, which I will do now for our viewing audience, and it has a sliding floor in it.
See, and that's what I like about those crampy trailers. Most of those did in 19.
Okay, because I never played around with it much, and then yeah, so you can open the back door and you can turn the sliding floor on, and it'll slide, either to forward or backward,
Yeah,
and you can put stuff like you could put skids in there
yep. The
and
only thing
load
I
them in
didn't,
there, and
yeah, yeah. I mean, the only thing I didn't like about them in 19 was you couldn't change the color, but most times in base game stuff, you can't change the color.
um,
I really like that mod in 19. That's a crampy trailer mod that you can change the color, the cover on the trailer. You can change its color, and yeah,
oh yeah, yeah. This one you can't change the color on it, but who knows? I mean, there was a there was a was it Crone came out with a not a semi trailer, but a regular a tongue hitch trailer that had a sliding floor in it too. Well,
yeah.
fairly recently, and but I didn't know this one did until one day I had my help window open, and it's like, oh, what does? Oh my, okay. But
I
anyways,
like.
it's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna
Sorry.
say it's cool if because you get some of those sell points where it has the roofs in them,
That's what
and
I was just gonna say. Yep.
yeah, and it's although if you've I know on Holt Baron, some of the sell points, it's like, oh, I go in there, it's like, oh man, that roof is really low on there, and I have a tipper trailer in it, but there's no
Yep.
collision on it.
Oh yeah. Well, at least they took that away then.
Yeah, so, but I don't, yeah, I don't think they all have, because some of them, I don't know if they all have no. It's like a couple of them. It's like they didn't have any collisions on them, but still have like the cow barn. It does. You can't.
Yeah.
If you try to tip something up in there, it'll go kind of squirrely. But anyways, um,
Yeah. Yeah, unless it's just like you said with the sell points, I was a huge fan of the MF Shed Pack, and I had a hard time not using the MF Shed Pack silo building. And for that reason is why I was always using trailers or trucks that side tipped,
mm-hmm.
or tipped out of the rear end, but you know, didn't have a high tip where they raised up in the air because that silo building wasn't very tall.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I. um, yeah, the in-game silos. I noticed that it was a weird design. It had a very narrow um, dump area
Yeah.
with the base game. One of the base game ones. It's like, and then it came out with that. Someone modded one, but it's like, why would you mod that one? That one's the most. What's the worst silo in the game? But then
Right.
but now we have Missy B silo, and we're all good.
Right. Yep. Yep. That's what we got for right now.
um,
All
yeah.
right.
Well,
Well.
until the oh what's her name now? Matana.
Yeah.
That
With
pack
silo.
is in the silo, and the apparently that whole farm pack is it's
Oh, the newest one.
yeah, she's it's well, it's coming over at some point. She's porting it
I
over,
like
so
that pack. I like the buildings in that pack.
it is very nice, and it came with the wood silo in the whole pack
Yep.
too, and you
Yep.
could choose different colors and stuff. It was yeah.
That's what's
Um,
neat about, that's what I like about a lot of the mods that people make, especially when it comes to the sheds and silos and stuff like that, is when they give that option to have more than one style to it.
yeah, just I mean, and I
Colors.
don't
I
know
mean,
how much work it really is. I mean, obviously,
yeah.
anything you do is going to be more work.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
but yeah, it does make for like more options than just one color or one style.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Well, let's do
Um,
some silage work. I
yeah,
can
I'm
run up and get my.
picking. I might as well go with the John Deere since I'm wearing the suit.
That's
That
right.
that
Let me
nobody
get my
nobody
boots.
can, nobody can see me though from my. You can see it, but okay. Well, let's go with that, and we'll need a forage harvester header. There we go. Can't wait for that. I know. I've. It's funny listening to your live stream today. I was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were talking about the tool height for harvesters
Yep. Yep.
header that you just didn't. You had no use for it, and
Yep.
that's the one thing I'm waiting for the
Oh yeah.
most.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because um, but I know what you mean because you let the worker go and do whatever he wants,
Yep.
and then um, and you go and follow him with the truck and do
Yeah.
that. So that's I get that because the workers don't like that tool height mod. They
Yeah.
won't. Yeah. So since you download that Roland, we'll use that because it has a pin hitch. It has a pin hitch, and it'll go on the back of this John Deere.
Okay. Well, do you
You can take this. We can if you
do you
want.
want you want two of those? So
Yeah.
when
So
when when you're
yeah,
full, then I can bring you a
t-
second one or
yeah.
whatever you know what I mean.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Sweet.
Yeah, not too many of the. I'm pretty sure this takes forage.
Uh, I would think so.
Yeah, it takes everything. You can put anything in there, except grapes, of course, because grapes are special.
See, I bet these don't. Do these raise?
Uh, the the
I
side.
bet these
Oh,
don't
would
raise. Do they? Oh no,
uh,
they do. They do raise. I didn't
you
think
can
they would.
you can adjust the tongue height, and you can. What else can you
Oh, you
do?
can
I
adjust
think
that. Okay.
tip side back or grain door. This one you can't. I know some of them. Some of them you can drop sides on and stuff, but not this. This one doesn't. But
Oh yeah.
it's that's not a big deal.
Oh, okay. There's the green door, which I've never really used the green doors. The green
Oh,
doors will work well if you're going to use like conveyor system, but
um, well, just for aesthetics, because it's gonna only pour out as fast as um it'll the whatever you're pouring it into will take it. So it's
yeah.
I don't yeah I I don't even don't even know why they well I guess it's there.
Well,
I
in
I
real
can't.
life, your old wagons had grain doors instead of
Oh
all these
oh
other options they have now.
for sure yeah no I mean in like you say in real life that was
Yeah.
a needed thing because you if you're dumping grain out of a out of a tipper into an auger, for instance, you don't want the whole thing opening up and just dumping on. I mean, that would be a
Yep.
disaster. So yeah, you use the grain door,
Yep.
and you could meter it, but it's just not a thing yet, really, specifically in this game. Not yet, but so anyways, Rusty,
Yeah.
you're at 589 subscribers, as I see on the website.
Hey, I gained a couple today then, I think. That's good though. I mean,
It's
I do it for fun, Louis. That's what I do it for is
and
fun.
and well, that should yeah. I mean, if it's not fun, I always say if it's not fun, why are you doing it?
Yep.
Because it's neither of us make money at it yet.
Yep. Yeah. Right.
so so it's good. There has to be a reason why we're doing it. And yeah, I have fun at it. I like it. I like the well. Anyways, enough about me. What about so? Why did what got you started?
What got me started in the FS is before FS, I was actually racing online in a game called Tony Stewart Sprint Car Racing. And I also created another Facebook group called Racers Odds, which stands for Online Dirt Driver Sharing. And we were building custom setups and sharing them and just having fun racing online. Well, then everybody got burnt out on the game, and Tony Stewart's All American Racing came out. So I gave that a shot, and that was difficult.
Oh yeah.
And I like building custom setups, but there was more to that game than there was in the sprint car game. And so I thought I'd come over and give FS another try, and so I did. I got on Fell's Run and messed around, and then finally discovered what that word mod meant on the game menu. So I clicked on it, and I'm like, holy cow, I can install all these neat looking tractors and trucks, and what's this all about? Well, then I ended up at Mercury Farms and created a survival farm challenge and got hooked. Been hooked ever since, and did a survival farm challenge on Mercury Farms because I tried the classic Daggerwind challenge on No Man's Land, and to be honest, I wasn't feeling it on plot 26. And so I went back to Mercury Farms and created my own challenge.
Nice.
And then that just led to the creation of the Facebook group, Farming Simulator Challenges, and since then, which has been just over a year now, uh, yeah, I've done a lot of challenges and recorded series with Grandpa and Mechanic Mike on
Yeah.
Newbrook Farm,
So
and
is Grandpa coming back to 20? Is Grandpa coming over to 22 too as well?
he's coming, Looney. He's
Right
coming.
on. He's become a fan favorite, I do believe.
I believe he has been. Bruce loves old Grandpa. Lots of people love Grandpa though. Who can't like a good old Grandpa?
No, who could not like him, right? Yeah. So, looking at your YouTube page,
Yeah.
it says that you joined in August 1st, 2012. Now,
Okay.
that's
Uh, that's been a while. Yep.
yeah.
I wasn't into FS then,
No,
and
I don't even think there was there even Farm Sim
I
yet.
don't think there
I think
was.
13 was the first one, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it could have been. Um, at that time, I think one of my very first few videos was actually barbecue or a tour. I shouldn't say a tour, but a real life 360 view of a Toys for Tots room. Where one of my first few videos, I think, if I remember correctly. And at that time, I was playing a lot of Battlefield and stuff with my kid, and just got away from that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I've been contemplating whether to get rid of the barbecue videos that are on the channel, but they've got some views on them, so I just kept them there. But yeah,
Cool, right? So, yeah, okay. So then you've been doing some videos for quite some time then, but just
yeah,
recently kind of ramped it up a little bit for the Farm Sim.
yep.
Yeah. So yeah, so you want to talk about your Toys for Tots thing a little bit?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about it. So basically, it's called Toys for Tots just because that's kind of I guess I would call that's the fad. That's what people are used to. It
Okay.
actually was. It actually was called Project Santa, and it was started by a late sheriff who passed away and was sheriff of our county that I live in when I was a kid. And there was donations that came into the sheriff's office. People wanting to donate money for Christmas, but didn't know where to go. And he was like, "Well, what do you want me to do with all this money?" So what he ended up doing is he kept all the money in the office, and then had his officers kind of take note as to houses that they responded to on calls for service, and felt as if, in a officer's perspective, whether or not that family might need some Christmas spirit,
Hmm.
or in a position to maybe not have a Christmas with their kids. And so he took that idea and then had his secretary and his dispatchers go downtown and shop one gift for for each person in the family with that money. And they wrapped those gifts and then delivered them to those places of residence. Well, over the years, then uh, it just grew, and I'm hitting up here on the side of the map. I didn't realize
Yeah, that's the end
we're
of the
that
world
close to
there.
the
Yeah.
edge, right? Yeah. Um. Anyway, the sheriff's office got a little bit busier with. Here, I'll just say hook to that. I'll follow you.
Oh,
Got a
okay.
little bit. Yeah. Let's see if we can do this here.
Yeah, we oh
Follow you.
yeah. Yeah, this thing this thing will
I
shoot it
should be able to get. I
halfway
should be able to get
across
on the
the.
side of you, can't I?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. So got a little bit busier with Enhanced 911 because then Enhanced 911 was roaming across the world in dispatch perspective, and there's a lot that it entails and responsibility. So the sheriff's office stepped away from Project Santa, and a young girl in our community that was a manager of a fitness center here uh, found out the sheriff's office wasn't going to be doing Christmas no more. So she started put up a tree, donation boxes, and just called it Toys for Tots. She didn't register Toys for Tots with the U.S. Marine Corps or anything. She just wanted kids to have Christmas. And so then uh, she left the fitness center as manager, and I was then asked if I would want to take it over. And so a local church group, they have a soup supper during uh, the year every year, and they donate all the proceeds either to one thing or split it between two. And that year they gave it to Toys for Tots, the entire profit, and well, it was a uh, large sum of money,
Mm-hmm.
and it was by check, and it was handed to me to just spend, and I'm like, I'm not going to be responsible for this money. So I asked the new sheriff at that time if he could find out if our county commissioners or our county board could, I got to turn around, could implement it into their budget somehow. So, yep, our county had found out that they could implement the Toys for Tots fund into the budget, and we've maintained the budget ever since then, which has been like probably 10 years or better now. So we just all the donations remain local. I shop local, and basically set up a large event center, like a garage sale, and families come in and shop for free.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Uh,
but that's that. That's enough about that. But anyway, that's how that works.
yeah. All right. That sounds like that's a fair bit of work.
It is. End up assisting probably 100 to 200 kids every year. If I remember correctly, I think this year we did 167. So it's quite a bit of kids, but they're not all from our county. They're from surrounding communities just outside our county, like like 10 to 20 miles away, probably
Cool.
from the county line.
So, you're you mentioned you had a Facebook group, right? Where for
Yep.
challenges and stuff.
Yep.
Is there? Do you have a Discord too, or?
Yeah, I have. So I have the Facebook group called Farming Simulator Challenges, and whether you play Farming Simulator or just a farming simulator enthusiast that likes to watch content, Either way, you're more than welcome to join the Facebook group and become a member. And then, yeah, I do have Discord as well. It's something that I never thought I'd really have because it was just another piece of social media that I probably didn't need.
Yep.
But I had a lot of people wanting me to bring survival challenges to Discord. So it was my way of being able to do that, I guess. So it's not called Farming Simulator Challenges on Discord. It's just Rusty Money Gaming on Discord, and then the challenges are inside my Discord channel.
Yeah, I haven't dabbled with Discord. I don't have any clue what it is or how it works or anything like that myself, but I hear a lot of guys use that as another um, like way to communicate with other gamers and other people. So that's cool.
Yeah. What I would say about Discord is, in my perspective of law enforcement, um, excuse me, I would say that I would be more apt to let my child have Discord than I would any other social media that is out there currently.
Hmm. Now what?
Discord is very, I wouldn't, it's, how would I say it? Discord is, doesn't got all that other junk in it, that you see on Facebook or Snapchat or all that other stuff. It's a more safe place, I feel, that
Hmm.
you can chat and become acquaintance with other people.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't like I said, I don't know anything about it, so I don't I don't do this is the most social media kind of thing I do.
I
So
would say that if you're ever considering, or other friends of ours that you're close with, try to influence you to get one, I would recommend Discord over anything, Looney.
hmm.
And there's a lot of people in it.
Yeah, it's because
A lot.
I'm hearing of the other content creators. They it's mentioned quite a bit and seems to be quite a communication tool.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
cool. So what are plans for Rusty in the near and perhaps distant
Well,
future?
yeah, so my current plans right now, I'm doing a real farming challenge on my YouTube channel that was created by a group member or Discord member. Her name is Southern Lady 76 on YouTube, and that challenge has a ending date of January 21st. And basically, it's just a challenge to see what kind of money you can make before January 21st. There's
Ah,
really no, what do you want to say, ultimate goals, I guess. You kind of want to be the one that makes the most money type thing. You don't have to buy so much property. You don't have to have so many cows or, so many animal pens like in some of the other challenges you've seen us do. Um, so I have that going on, and then after I finish that, I'm going to start the Build It challenge that was created by myself and Gary Vetter of my Facebook group, and that will be done here on No Man's Land and Farming Simulator 22. So that will start after January 21st. And then I'm still currently doing some FS19 content. Um, One of them is my new beginning series on Starlights. That will end as soon as we get some more modded maps for Farming Simulator 22, so I can start my new recorded series, which will be called Rusty's Farm Tour.
Yes, and you have a
And
sorry, yeah, you have a trailer out, right?
yeah, I have a trailer out for that new recorded series. I've learned some things about editing again in Share Factory about that series trailer. So when I do another one, it'll look a lot different.
Well, it looks pretty good.
Uh,
When I watched it, I thought it looked pretty good. So I mean,
well, thanks. Yeah,
I'm quite an amateur at the Share Factory myself. So
yeah,
it's nice to see what you can do with it because I know there's a lot. I mean, it looks pretty basic on the surface, but it's actually quite a um, you can. There's a lot to it. There's a lot more to it
Th-
than
there is.
yeah.
It's more sophisticated than it appears to be.
Yes, yes, that's well, and what's nice about it, I find, is it didn't. I mean, I'm not the most tech savvy kind of guy around, but I managed to figure out how to do the basic stuff, and then and it's a tool you can either keep it basic or you can start, dig it into doing more fancy stuff with it, depending on how far you want to go with it. It seems so.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah. So anyway, so I have that, and then I'm doing the Build It challenge on 19 on No Man's Land currently, and I just got through stage 1 of the challenge today in live stream, so I can move it into stage 2, and there'll be no problems at getting stage 2 beat before I start FS22. But those are the just the main things I'm currently doing right now
cool. Yeah,
that
sounds
I can
like
think of.
yeah, no. Well,
Feel like I'm
uh,
missing something, but
well, it's. I mean, I think it's a bit of a quiet time right now
okay.
for Farm Simulator, just because of the holidays and Giants is
Yeah,
on on a break for a couple of weeks. It would seem. Today is the Monday, January 3rd. Yeah, and nothing dropped today, so that was kind of the question I had with some of the other guys was are they gonna do something because they have a skeleton crew they say in at the office,
yeah,
but I guess that doesn't include pushing any buttons to release any mods, so
yeah.
we'll
You
have to
know,
wait a
now
little bit longer.
I don't remember. Like last year, I don't think that they had a skeleton crew that went into the office. I think they all stayed away. I could be wrong, but this was their first day back, so I mean, it still doesn't mean we might not see something until tomorrow or
It
Wednesday at
it's
least.
oh anything's possible, right? I mean it's
Yeah,
and if I remember, was not the Alpine DLC dropped just before the end of the year last year?
that's what I would think too, or
I
can recall anyway.
yeah, I don't I didn't get it, so I don't really remember exactly if that's
But that's can all be our hopes, which we all know what they always post is. I believe the date isn't like January 11th that they always post. Usually on the website as what their actual return is. So just like last year, I don't think we saw really anything until after January 11th.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, that's the way it is. Well, the other thing is um they they said that the first DLC for this game was supposed to be around this time.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
would
I think no, I think it wasn't that the DLCs will be every quarter, so like every 3 months or something.
yeah, they said winter or like what did they say? Didn't they say something like winter of 21, 22 or something like that?
Yeah, Yeah.
for the first one. So yeah, here we are.
Right.
But yeah, well, we'll see what that's. I'm not worried in the least about not having enough mods or anything. So
Oh no, I ain't either. It's just you know, it's how do I say it? Um, it's comical how all of us at different ages are like a kid at a candy store, impatient, can't make any decisions type, and can't wait for the mods to show up type thing.
Oh, absolutely. I'm the
You
first one to
know?
be like I am trolling the website every morning to see when it
Oh
pops up
yeah.
and it's like, "Oh man, yeah." And then it's like and then if there isn't anything really special then you're kind of disappointed, right? It's like, "Oh,
Yep.
it's just another shed. It's another 3
Yep.
meter plow."
Yep. Right.
Oh dear.
I am full. Yeah. Yeah. Because we got so used to, I don't know. I think you're the same time zone as me, aren't you?
Yes, yes, I do believe so.
Yeah. Yeah. So it got so used to at the end of kind of 19 for I don't know how many months now. Um, it was at least my time. If it was between like 6:30 in the morning, sometimes, and about 7:30 in the morning, there was mods in the mod hub.
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty regular too. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you think way back, like a year ago or so, I don't. I want to say it was more like 8 o'clock our time before we saw anything, if not a little bit later. Just because of all the mods that were getting turned in and all the testing and everything else that they probably do before they put them in the mod hub.
Yeah, well, excuse me. I'm sure there's lots of yeah. I mean, we just see the mods popping up. We don't have. I don't have a. I mean, you have an idea of what they have to
Yeah,
do, but
yeah.
I don't really.
I just think what my point was mainly is the release time's never the same. You know,
Yeah, right. Yeah, right now it seems to be kind of, you're just like, okay, well, you get to a point where it's like, okay, I guess we're not going to get any today, and then all of a sudden, an hour later, it'll be like 4 o'clock in the
right?
afternoon, and it'll be boing. It's like, what?
Yep.
So,
No, I'm more excited about seeing what the first couple of maps are going to be after a good friend Alien Jim brought No Man's Land. You know what the next couple are going to be. What's the first one's going to be now? That, and I'd like to really see some more sheds. So I can't wait to see. I
that's
like sheds.
well, and yeah. So it's funny we complained about 19, some more sheds got released, but now it's like, well, yeah,
Uh
it's
huh.
it's funny. It's like, well, we could use and I said it's like, well, could use a really nice big shed,
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
That
it's
that modded animal pens, and hopefully, I would assume most of those modders have seen these in-game animal pens, but these bigger in-game animal pens, you can't hardly drive a tractor in them. It's just
yeah, it's tight. Yeah, they're very European.
most of the tractors won't even fit in them.
No, you can't have twin wheels on them. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I do have some grass cut over there, except now that because we fast forwarded the time, the grass grew. If you see over to the right of you,
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's grown over again. But we can do some of that too. If we
Yeah.
can do some baling, and you can use that little Advent
Yeah.
thing to do some to collect bales or whatever we want, if you
Yeah.
like. Yeah. Oh, and we have the auto load trailer because now now we have the rolling plaque.
Yep.
All right, let's.
Get one without auto load and get one with auto load.
Sure, we can do that. I'm going to grab a windrower. If we can even see where they are now with the grass growing over it.
I'm having so much fun here, Looney. We might just have to turn this into a double episode.
It's well, I've yeah, yeah, we're running up on
Give
what
our
we still.
viewers a little more to watch.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're at 45 minutes already, if you can believe that.
Wow. I really like how you said this before we went live, I think, but before we started to record anyway. I really like how you made this. It's just, I gotta send Looney a message right away because the perfect name for this would be Wide Open Spaces Farms because it's just so wide open. So
It
much
is.
room.
I wanted enough room that I hate cramped spaces, so it's like, make a nice big yard so you got lots of room to maneuver, and if you want to put something down somewhere, you can, and it's kind of open and free.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a windrower. We'll have to go get one. And a baler. I don't think I've got a baler either.
Yeah, I'll come up there too, and we got to get the bale trailers. Unless you probably don't have those yet either.
Nope, nothing.
I just, yeah, when I saw your video this morning about your intro and saw this nice open area here where everybody sets up their mod reviews, in 19 where you got the first UCB silo point and your 82 Studios buy point, I'm like, God, this is gonna look nice. It's so wide open right there.
Yeah, and I've left a lot of. I mean, for future, projects. If we want to,
Yep.
there's lots of room to expand, right? I mean,
Yep.
there's someone wants to come in and do some logging. I put up a sawmill up at the halfway point up there. If that strikes someone's fancy.
In
Mm,
regard to the whole login and stuff like that, I'm kind of discovering, and I haven't done anything with it, but the carpentry point and the biomass point, just selling logs, is I believe better than what the sawmill is. And of course, we got Farm Dog Murphy chiming in on
Murphy,
us.
cool. What kind of dog do you have? Is
It is a mixed breed, Havanese, Shih Tzu, and Pekingese.
nice. Those apparently are the most intelligent when they're mixed. So, or the
Right.
most annoying, one or the other. I'm not sure, but so, okay. I'm trying to remember which one I made auto load now. Well, you'll find out that pretty quick. But I think this the swivel wheel one is the auto load,
Okay. All right. We'll
and
take this other one.
we need a baler. I think we'll just go in and make square bales. Keep
I
it
was gonna
simple.
say you're gonna do something different. We all like that. I love that fast bale. Oh
Oh,
man.
do you? Okay. Oh, did I? I
No,
don't
you
think
don't.
of.
You don't need to. I wouldn't mind doing something different. I'm just always doing fast bale.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just making some square bales, and I think which one is this one? Can make the big ones. 10. They all run at 10. Oh, not all of them. Some of them run at 10 miles an hour. Well, I don't think I've silage. Oh, yeah, we could make them. Can add a silage additive tank on this one. That's cool. Let's put some silage additive in there. Why not? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because we've had a little. I mean, it's so new still with the modders, and it's a lot. We've seen a lot of stuff just being converted
Yeah.
over from 19, which is fine because it's probably the easiest thing to do right now.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's a lot of good mods in 19, no doubt that
Oh yeah.
that um, that we've seen come over already. But I I'm I'm looking forward to seeing what these some of these guys can do with the new game. What can they come up with? What are they going to do? That's
Yeah.
going to be new and interesting
Yep.
and innovative.
Yep. And the
Oh,
whole aspect of kind of like thinking about the whole milling machine. What else is gonna be like the talked about mod in 22?
yes. I don't want to tedder. Yeah, well, and that the tree devourer.
Yep, that's another good one. But then again, that one for 19 didn't come till late.
That was very late. Yeah, it was almost two. That's why I'm hoping it's gonna come, fairly early on in this.
Yeah.
And it did as because Raleigh Christie did they did that one, right? RC1, right? They did that?
I'm trying to remember now.
Yeah,
I
I th-
can't remember.
I think so. They actually they were actually very active close to the end. They had quite a number of
Yeah.
really pretty much everything they came out with. I loved and used extensively the last 6 months or so, and yeah, um, they were kind of coming out with some really good stuff, and yeah, I just hope they yeah, I hope that continues. That they had some
Yeah, I hope they do
Kraken
too.
mods.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of good modders. It's just a matter of fact, just like all of us creators for content, it's real life, We all got our real life responsibilities, and sometimes some of those modders, some of them are fortunate and that's all they do, but some others, might not get near as much time to spend modding that they'd like to spend.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know,
Um, I don't. I have no idea what kind of monetary compensation they get, if any, or if they do, how much or whatever. I have no clue. But
I don't think it's very much at all.
I would tend to agree with you, especially compared to the amount of time I'm sure that some of this
Yeah,
stuff takes to make. So even especially the maps. Apparently, the maps are
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
You know,
thousands of hours.
yeah. Early on when we were all doing a year ago now, we all were working on, like, I shouldn't say we all, but like Bruce's gaming and myself and NDG Gaming and a couple others were all working on the popular Jethro 440's Animal Challenge there on Mercury Farms. And during that time is when all of us kind of got acquainted with the Shanty Boys, who are modders for FS19 and 22 and whatever other ones that they did before. But Mr. T-Bone was in one of my live streams back then, and the conversation came up about, building maps, and the amount of time that he posted in my live stream that it took just to build Dark Forest, which is a forestry map that has 28,000 trees on it, and just covered in trees, and not much else on it other than the sawmill and the animal dealer and your store shop. But took him, in estimation in real life, 24/7, 3 month period to build a map.
Mm.
So I mean that's a lot of time. When you think about it, that's a lot of time. If you think in the aspect of working 24/7 for a straight 3 months, and that's just a simple map. That's not like looking at any of these maps that might be like by Alien Jim or Oxygen David or those others, that have all those other things that they put into a map, decoration wise and everything else that they do outside of forestry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I'm thinking all the extra crops and the textures
Yeah.
and
Yep.
things like that and how those work, and then you have to set up
Yep.
the sell points to buy the stuff and how much is it going to be and
Yep. Yep.
yeah, for sure. And it's and we kind I think a lot of us lose, well, I speak for myself as well. A lot of us lose sight of the amount of effort. I try not to. I mean, I try to be, because it's so easy to be critical of something, right? Oh, this doesn't work, or this sucks, or this, it's so easy to
Yep.
say that,
Yep.
um, because we just get it thrown in our lap, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I don't like this and I don't like that, but it's really the labor of love of somebody.
Yeah. Right.